They've got one over there, mate. I've just got the one. Can we close this or not? Does that need to stay open?
Yeah, unfortunately. You can move it a little this way.
Just move the desk there. Or is that a table?
Move it like
All good, don't worry. All good, mate.
it's not much. Yeah. Alright, we are about to begin. This is the third game on this diamond of the day. We've got the South Australian Stars versus the Victorian Titans. Short 30-minute break in between matches for the Titans. Leading off the inning will be number 30, Caitlin Laird. She had a pinch hit last game. Came up just short to first base on a close ground out. That first pitch will be inside. Start reading off the defensive lineup for South Australia. I apologise if I pronounce any of the players' names incorrectly. Pitching, we have Ruby Fridge. There's the called strike. Right at the top of the zone on Caitlin Laird. Catching today is Sophie Roberts. First base is Madison Scott. Second base is Jade Jensen. Third base is Charles Callahan. There's a second called strike on Caitlin Laird. I believe that brings the count up to 2-1. At shortstop is Brianna Marcello. In left field is Abby Jorgensen. That ball's up right near Caitlin's head. She'll take that for a ball for a 2-2 count. Centre field is Olivia Elliott. Right field is Georgia King. And the designated player is Paige Smith. Caitlin gets a pitch she likes and she hits that very well. And that hits the bottom of the fence over in left centre. She'll stand up at 2 for a double. I think she doesn't look too excited. I think she wanted a little more. Oh, showing a little bit of excitement for her team there. Very nice piece of the ball. Very close to being a home run. I believe she's known for hitting a handful of home runs. And coming up next, we'll have Rebecca Schaefer, who's playing third base today. Caitlin Laird, who's got the hit. She is the DP. Back, shows bunt, pulls back. Causes just enough of a distraction to allow her teammate to move over. Showing bunt there, she blocks the view of the ball from Sophie Roberts. That's one of the advantages of showing bunt. It's much more likely a catcher will miss a ball if the bunt's, especially if if the batter shows bunt, it's much more unlikely for the catcher to keep the ball in front, especially on high pitches there. Schaefer did well to keep her bat right in the path of the catcher's eyes. That'll be a called strike on Schaefer. Schaefer played last game on this diamond, also batted second. There's a called strike, clipping the top of the zone. That ball near Schaefer's head. Schaefer had a hit by pitch in her right arm last game. Seems to be doing alright. Schaefer hits this hard, knocked down by shortstop. Recovers nicely to make the throw to first while keeping Caitlin Laird at third base. That was Brianna Marcello on that play. Throwing it over to Madison Scott. And then now Kari Pritchard up for Victoria. Kari played last game as well, also at first base, as she is playing first base today. Umpires for today's game, we have Christina Travers behind the dish, Kira Cox at first, there's a ball high, Matt Beach at second base, and Toby Sadler at third base. Toby Sadler is actually from Waverley Softball Association, the ground this game's taken place at. That ball just outside, well held by Kari Pritchard. Ball's high again, very similar spot to last pitch. Kari still not chasing. Kari was 0 for 3 last game. She rolls that over, bounces foul, narrowly dodged by Caitlin Laird running at third. Both South Australia and Victoria have had one game today. South Australia defeated Queensland 7-1 this morning on this diamond. And then just 30 minutes prior, Victoria lost narrowly, only 2-1 against New South Wales. Kari's hit that into reasonably deep centre field. They're going to test the arm and go home. Caitlin Laird beats the throw. A sack fly from Kari Pritchard will put the Victorians on board right at the start of the game. Now that will be 2 out now for the catcher, Casey Smith. Casey had Victoria's sole RBI last game. A very clutch 2-out single to bring in a run. She'll take the first pitch inside for a called strike. Casey's currently playing for Waverley Softball Association, where this game has been taking place. A lot of friends and family around. Both her parents are here. Casey fouls that into herself. Victorian players saying, "Ouch, that hurts." That is normally what Casey says to them when they foul a ball into themselves. Casey having a little smile there. She's down 0-2. Let me update the scoreboard for everyone. There we are. It's a ball outside. We've got 75 viewers at the moment. Suspect we'll have more throughout the day. We had about 150 viewers last game. Alan Roberts was among the players watching. Alan part of the 2020 Olympic team. Not at this tournament. Playing for Australia, that is. That pitch is inside. Casey's worked herself deep into this count. As Casey swings through what I think was a change up there. And that will end the inning there. Victoria have got the lead. I think they'll be happy with themselves. Let's have a look at the Victorian defensive lineup. Nicole Martin is back out there again. So she pitched the entire last game and she's still out there. We've got Izzy Zaharias catching. Kari Pritchard is at first base. Rachel Miller at second base. Rebecca Schaefer at third. Hannah Scott at short. Nikki Benbow in left. Brody Hendy in centre, and in right field that is Casey Smith, who just batted. And the DP today is Caitlin Laird, who led off the inning with a double when Victoria batted. Leading off the batting side for New South Wales, we have Olivia Elliott, who is the centre fielder, number 22. The well located drop ball, strike one. Got quite a bit of overcast at the moment. It's expected to be quite warm today. And that ball's rolled over. Takari Pritchard takes it very well. The first out. And a quick 2-pitch out for Nicole Martin. After pitching all last game, I imagine quite a relief to get through batters quite quickly. Nicole likely doing that ball's all down, ball one. So Victoria and South Australia both clinched spots in the finals, meaning they will play later tonight. So Victoria last game, electing to pitch Nikki Martin for all of the game. Like they say, there's other pitches for later in the day. Caitlin Laird did warm up but did not appear. I imagine they'll be saving Georgina Corrick for tonight. Maybe even Sarah Wheels. Hit on the hands, hit straight to the pitcher Nicole Martin. That was Madison Scott there, who was playing first base, number 18, and she'll be out. Just got it right on the hands, towards the hands on the bat. That's number 28, the shortstop, Brianna Marcello. She handled that ground out well earlier. The defensive innings. This one's grounded to shortstop. Hannah Scott picks it up and completes the throw nicely to Kari Pritchard, and there'll be a quick 1-2-3 for Victoria. So it's 3 ground ball outs for Victoria. So I'll go over the substitute players for South Australia. We have Lexi Kilfoyle, Amelia Fridge, Neely Peterson, Regan Diaz, and Jessica Rode. And the substitute players for Victoria, we have Sarah Beals, Amelia McKeary, Kat Lammel, Georgina Corrick, Sarah Willis, and then Liz Avery. We'll see if either side choose to bring in some more batters later in the game. Just to keep some more bats in the lineup fresh. Leading off this inning will be Nikki Bembo, who played all of last game in left field as well. Yeah, I can hear Nikki's 2 daughters cheering her on. They're both collecting foul balls for the duration of last game. Nikki's from Frankston Softball Association. She also coached 3 girls playing in the Victorian under-14 side last year at a local club. They did quite well today, taking their first win of the tournament. Nikki looking to start the inning, getting on like Caitlin Laird did last inning. She's been used primarily as a pinch hitter, but getting a lot of at-bats today. For both teams clinch spots in finals. They're looking to save some of their bigger pieces, give them a little bit of rest, make sure they're fresh for tonight and all of tomorrow. Nikki Bembo chases that pitch upstairs and she'll strike out. Lead off the inning. Here comes Hannah Scott. Hannah played shortstop. She completed the ground out to end last inning. Also played all of last game. She can't hold up on that pitch. That pitch dropped nicely on the inside edge, just below the zone. Hannah was unable to hold up. They'll be upstairs. Hannah was 0 for 2 last game. Was pinch hit for by Caitlin Laird in the last inning. Victoria were trying to tie the game. Pitch called a strike. Maybe 2 strikes on Hannah now. She's got some speed behind her. I see the shortstop playing quite deep here. Soft ground ball to shortstop might give her a hit. She hits that. She'll just hit that, flare that in the air. And it's right to the shortstop. That'll be the second out. Brianna Marcello makes the catch. Now we've got Rachel Miller. A lot of supporters for Rachel here. She's representing Waverley Softball Association. It's ball inside. Rachel's the youngest member of this Victorian Titan side. Getting a lot of playtime today. Not as much in previous days. She played second base in the recent Victorian Women's Under-18 World Cup. Almost checked her swing there. That pitch was right on the inside corner. Not quite the pitch she was looking for. Sophie Roberts really wanting that pitch on the outside edge. Ruby Fridge having a little trouble hitting that spot. See if they try that spot again or go somewhere else. They elect to go inside and Rachel Miller's ready for it. And she's going to line that into centre field for a 2-out single. In comes the back girl for Victoria. Up now is Izzy Zaharias. It's her first at-bat today, I believe. Izzy, the third catcher for Victoria. Had limited playing time on the field there. Been used a little bit at first base. And has also done plenty of bullpen catching. This is a very important role, as many players who've played state will tell you. Bullpen catchers are very underrated. Very needed. especially in this sort of situation where both main catchers, Casey Smith and Sarah Beals, are both integral parts of the lineup. A lot of games where they're both on the field. That's when Saharius would be used as the bullpen catcher. She looks like she'll be getting the whole game at catcher here. This is the Victorians' last game before finals. As same with South Australia. Saharius hits that quite well, not quite deep enough. Catch is made out there by Georgia King, who will be leading off this inning. Nice 2-out single by Rachel Miller. Victoria don't quite put it together. Still a fly out is a favourable outcome. Quite a, how do I put it? It's not a bad outcome for the first at-bat of the day. Putting the ball in play is always a good sign, especially to the outfield. So hopefully later in the day, Zaharis can just keep that ball a little more down, or even better, square it up better and put it out. There's been a couple home runs to the Victorian side. There was one last night by Sarah Beals, who's warming up Nikki Bembo. Here comes number 55, Georgia King. Georgia made a catch to end last inning. As that first pitch will be downstairs for ball one. Georgia was 1 for 1 with 2 walks earlier today. Scored a run. Playing first base in the game against Queensland this morning. It's getting quite windy out here. Wind's blowing straight in, so definitely will favour the pitcher. Make it very difficult to hit a ball over centre field. Ball will feel a little quicker coming into the plate. On the inside edge there by Nicole Martin. That next pitch has fouled back. Chased a little upstairs. Thankfully still able to get some bat on it to avoid striking out. We're near the South Australian Stars. One of them's got 2 softballs and is using one of the water bottles as a drum. And she waits on that change up, grounds up the middle. Almost an amazing play, but not quick enough. Hannah Scott dives, knocks it over to Rachel Miller. Not quick enough to make the throw to first. That'll be a lead-off base hit for Georgia King. Now we've got Charles Callaghan, sorry. He's playing third base today. Now out here, should be looking to move that runner into scoring position, whether that's a base hit or a ground out. I think South Australia will be happy with either of those. She's going to hit that right at Hannah Scott. She's going to make the play at second and the play at first from Rachel Miller. That was a nice double play turned by the Victorian. pivots. 6-4-3 double play. That couldn't have gone more perfect for Victoria there. Now we have Jade Jensen playing second base. Like that inside pitch a little too much, can't hold back on it. Jade was the DP this morning, went 0 for 3 at the plate. She's going to hit that one in the air. Hannah Scott wants it, and she's got it. Victoria, get out of the inning unscathed. Victoria faced the minimum through 2 innings, looking favourable at the early stages of this game. Also seeing Caitlin Laird is warming up out in right field for the Victorians. She's coming in now. I would expect her to be used at some point in this game. Nicole Martin may be pitching her last game of this tournament, although I think Victoria would very much like to have her as an option in the bullpen, not exhaust her too much. That's actually Lani Rigg out there, was in right field, helping out the Victorians. An under-18 state player for Victoria. She happened to be down here, using Casey Smith's catcher's gear to warm up the pitches. You'll love to see it. All 3 balls last inning that were hit by South Australian Stars found their way to shortstop Hannah Scott. Now we'll have Brodie Hendy leading off the order for Victoria. She's the 9th batter in the batting order, wearing number 1, playing centre field. She'll take ball 1 here. Victoria would really like to get to that second time through the order, especially while that same starting pitcher is still out there. Ball just upstairs. Bridge falls behind 2-0. Lead-off walk here would be great for Victoria. Brodie Hendy's got good speed on the base pass. It's been primarily used as a pinch runner, running for catches and pitches. There's ball 3 now. Brodie's a member also of the Victorian under-23 side who played just last week. Played a bit more of an everyday role in there. Still very much using the same tools of her speed. Batting is a slap hitter. That pitch down the middle. Brodie Hendy not swinging, being a 3-0 count as a leadoff hitter. Not worth the risk. Swing at the wrong pitch, you may ground out. Brodie electing to take that pitch. For the second called strike. Bit of a slow pitch. Maybe not exactly what Brodie was looking for. Brodie was 0 for 2 last game. Brodie gets exactly the pitch she's looking for. And that's going to reach the fence in right field. She's on her way to second. She will stand up there for a lead-off double for Victoria. That's a great outcome for a 9th batter. Getting your way on second for the top of the order to come up. The DP number 30, Caitlin Laird, will come up. She hit that lead-off double that was very close to being over the fence to lead off the game for Victoria. Might go fix up the camera just now. This is a called strike for the first pitch. That ball's taken just inside. Caitlin's primary fielding position is pitcher, where she has played the outfield a little bit this tournament. That ball's upstairs. Caitlin Laird also plays on the Victorian under-23 state team. She was the primary pitcher this year. I believe that was her last event in under-23s. I believe she was top age. The ball's outside. A little bit of a shake of the head of Caitlin Laird. Not sure if she agreed with that call. Swings hard at that pitch, but that's going to be flied just to second base. Number 12 will take the catch well. So that was Jade Jensen on the catch. So that's one out for Victoria now. Beck Schaefer coming up. She had hit a ground ball to shortstop her last at bat. Caitlin Laird was unable to advance on the play. She shows bunt. That's going to be just foul, very close to being fantastic bunt. I think she looked at that third base player, saw she wasn't particularly close. Schaefer does have very good speed. Had some very nice base running plays earlier in this tournament. I believe she's played every single game. Yeah, all of them at third base. They'll be upstairs for another ball. I think I might have to update the scoreboard. It's still got South Australia batting. Just refreshing it now. There we go. Scoreboard is up to date. She gets a pitch. She gets a pitch she likes. Can't quite get all of it though. That's another ground out. Feels very similar to her first at bat. Just hoping that pitch might have been a little more inside. Seemed to dip a little into the outside part of the plate. Just ended up rolling over. So now it's 2 out now for Kari Pritchard. Put that sack fly to score the run earlier in the game. Need a base hit to score a run this time though. A nice take on that inside edge. South Australia really like going for that inside edge. I don't blame them. Very rare early in the count that Victoria are looking for a pitch that inside. They got a nice pitch on the low outside corner. Kari rolls over that pitch, straight to shortstop. Hopefully a nice play to first. Kari ran down the line very hard there. She actually got quite close. So we're actually seeing a few drops of rain coming out now. I just felt some. See how this plays in the game. Definitely not heavy enough now to delay anything. We're expecting a little bit of unfortunate weather later today. This tournament so far is we've had absolutely exceptional weather. It's been warm, not too hot. Quite warm for Victoria standards though. We had a lot of rain the day before the tournament starts. That was quite helpful to the grounds crew. It would have been watering down the fields throughout the week, just making sure the dirt's just soft enough. Here in Waverley, Victoria, the rainwater drains exceptionally well. We're on quite a steep hill. These fields drain very, very well. Leading off the inning, who do we have? We have Sophie Roberts, who is the the South Australian catcher. Just missing that inside spot for ball one. Is Nicole Martin. This is Nicole Martin's 10th inning pitch today. We'll see if she shows any signs of fatigue. It's quite a lot of pitches for one day. Though she has kept them quite short this game, relying on ground outs. There's another ball down. Heather Roberts probably thinking more of a walk at this point in the count. As Nicole Martin finds a zone. It's out in the air down the first base line. That hits the fence. Curry Pritchard can't get over there. That'll just be a foul ball. I don't believe Sophie Roberts played this morning. She was on the bench for the entirety of the first game. As she swings through that pitch at the top of the zone, she'll go down. Start the order. I'll bring up Paige Smith, designated player. Paige also did not play this morning. They'll be outside. South Australia, I think, have a pretty similar plan to Victoria this game. They're giving a few of their players who are more frequently on the bench time in the lineup. Try to keep them, get them a little warmer in case they need to be used as pinch hitters in the finals. So every player on the team always has purpose. There's a nice called strike from Nicole Martin. Fouled off towards the first base line. South Australia continuing to sport their batters or using the water drums as bongos. A few dance moves coming out from a few of them. They'll be rolled over into the foul territory. Nicole Martin getting very good drop on her pitches so far today, especially in this game. She's generated many ground outs. That ball's going to be jammed on the hands. Rachel Miller's going to pick it off the ground and then do a nice underhand flip to Curry Pritchard for a routine out. Probably had a chance to catch it. I think she had a pretty good idea of where it was going to bounce. This will bring up Abby Jorgensen. She'll swing at the first pitch. They'll go straight to Hannah Scott. A nice routine play. A little bit of a stretch from Curry Pritchard. Hannah Scott, I think, is just slowing down the throw, realising that she could probably still make it in time and decrease her chances of making a mistake. And I think the umpires might be a drinks break, there might not be. I'll find out for you. I think there is a drinks break. Umpires are coming off the field. It's what we've been doing today on this diamond, and also yesterday. Is we've just been having a break every second or every third and fifth inning. It's about 5 minutes, so there'll be no play on the field for about 5 minutes. as we're about to enter the top of the fourth. Weather today was expected to be quite warm, about 33 degrees. However, with all the clouds we've had, it's felt a lot cooler. Streaming equipment is definitely favouring that. Had a lot of problems the last 2 days of overheating cameras. A little bit last game, but it went alright. So far, been nice and cool today. So that's so far. Nicole Martin has faced the minimum through 3 times through the order. So when South Australia come back up, they'll be at the top of the order. Once we return to play, Casey Smith will lead it off, I believe. Yes, Casey Smith should be leading it off for the Titans. Oh, wait. While we're waiting, I may as well go over the officials for both teams. For South Australia, the head coach is Ben Lucas. Assistant coaches, we have Justina Adams, Nikita Platt. The manager is Kelsey Nucky, and the scorer for South Australia is Sue Norris. And then on the Victorian Titans side, we have Mark Rigg, Corey Dimitrovic. Then, sorry, I don't have only have the first initial for these next two. Abel R. Hendy, and the manager is Karen Bell, and the scorer is Sue Rigg. I've had a lot of off-duty umpires come join the scorer's tent. That's where I'm currently based. A lot of players watching here. So our scoreboard is vanished. There. Victoria slowly making their way out. Still got a few more minutes. Looks like, okay, I think there was a little more time left on the clock, but the umpires think everyone's ready to go. So I think we're going to see a resume to play a little earlier than expected. Got a large number of spectators today. Weekend game and the home side playing, as expected. You can see a lot around the outfield behind me and home plate. We've got a number of Victorian state coaches from other teams. A couple players I know. See a couple under 18 players, under 16 players. The under 14s team, I believe, is back at the. Hasn't been released from the hotels yet. They've got to wait until tomorrow, so I reckon they'll be enjoying some activities together. You may notice the frame rates going to be a little slow for approximately the next 5 minutes. I have sent help. Hopefully we'll be able to get that fixed in the next 10 or so minutes. Victorian Stars, the South Australian Stars will continue warming up. Don't believe there's been any substitutions. Maybe later. I'm interested to see if they'll go with Fridge for the entire game. While in these sorts of games, you do like to save your best options. You do need to make sure you get through the game reasonably quickly. You really don't want all your players standing out there while it's quite warm. Players have been out there for a very long time. It's their 5th day of play, and both these teams will see finals possibly tomorrow. Casey Smith will take that first pitch. South Australia are currently 2nd on the ladder, and I believe they will stay there. Casey Smith gets a hold of this one. It's going quite deep, but not deep enough. And they'll be caught out in deep left field, as I believe the frame rates are pretty low. Casey probably just off the sweet spot of that bat. Not far off hitting a home run. Very good launch angle for such hit. Victoria, I believe they've locked in the 4th spot. So they'll play tonight, and they must win to see a game on Sunday. This is Nicky Bembo up for the 2nd time. Just struck out in her last at-bats. That'll be a ball downstairs. You got a lot of supporters here. Playing for Frankston, it's only about a 40-minute drive from here. Should ground that one to 3rd base. And there's a little bobble. Nicky will reach 1st base. Charles Callahan, I think, just took her eye off the ball a little too early. Because of that, she had a little fumble. Almost got it in her glove, and probably just looked at 1st base a little too soon. Fortunate mistake for her. Bembo will reach 1st as Hannah Scott comes up to bat. She'll throw a bunt, puts it down, and she's called out of the box. So what happened there is she put down a bunt. The ball bounced into her as she was running out. Home plate umpire believes she was out of the batter's box. Mark Rigg asking if she can have a look to see if any of the other umpires had a better view than her. The umpires will convene now. We'll see if any of them had a better view. Katrina Travers is the one who made that call. Sarah Willis is warming up over in right field for Victoria. And looks like someone saw something different. Hannah Scott's back in. So what happened there? Looks like a different umpire had a pretty good view that Hannah had her feet in the box when that ball hit her. So that just goes down as a foul ball rather than an out if she was out of the box. As soon as you leave the batter box, you are a runner. So it'll be the same thing as if you, say, hit a ground ball and a base runner runs into it. The base runner's called out, and everyone else is treated as a walk situation for everyone else. Hannah hits that over 2nd base. That'll be a base hit. Nicky Bembo will stand on 2nd. Mark Rigg asking if the umpires saw anything different. Pays off. Now they'll have 2 runners on for Rachel Miller. There's 1 out in the inning for Victoria. And this one goes straight into Rachel Miller's hip. She's straight off and running. That sounded like it hurt. And they'll load the bases though for Isabel Saharius. Victoria looking to add to their lead here any way they can. Ball in the outfield, we should score a run here. Nicky Bembo on 3rd base. Izzy takes that first pitch. Izzy hit a nice fly ball to reasonably deep right field last time. She can do something similar. Victoria will add to their lead. That ball looks like it was on the corner. Still a very good pitch. Izzy quickly finds her way behind 0-2. Izzy fouls off that inside pitch. She's going to have to battle to get her team a run. We also have a pitcher warming up for South Australia. That is number 99, the DP, Paige Smith, warming up over in the bullpen. Isabel hits that hard to third base. This might be a double play. I think it will be. Oh, she's got to tag her. And that will not be a double play. So that ball was grounded to third base. And immediately Callahan touched the base to get an out. But because that force was broken up, the runner Nikki Bembo became unforced. So she could have ran to the back to the base. And as soon as Callahan saw that, she started chasing her and threw it to the catcher. The catcher was a little confused, thought she only had to touch the base. So she didn't end up making a tag. So Victoria will actually get a run out of that. There'll be 2 out for Brody Hendy now. Near her teammates saying, I reckon another double's in for store. I think Victoria would love that. Frame rate on the camera struggling a bit with the heat, with the sun's coming out. Brody Hendy's got good speed from the left side as well. A lot of ways she can get on base. Also, that's Amelia Mercury has come in at first for the catcher Isabel Zaharias. She'll be the temporary runner. Already not far off that pitch, just fouls it back.
Sorry, I got white light.
Oh, good. Thank you. Shout outs to Julie Smith. She's bought the cooler packs I will use to hopefully keep the frame rate a little more stable on the video. She'll throw her hands at that and foul back, fouling back at the opposite side. Brody's looking just to stay alive until she gets a pitch like that she likes, similar to last at bat. That ball's in the dirt. Catcher Sophie Roberts keeps it in front. Hasn't been a lot of balls going past either of these games. Any of the games today. The only one I can think of is that fake bunt by Rebecca Schaefer. Brody hits that softly to shortstop. She's going to have to hurry. She's off her balance. Just gets it in time. Very close play at first. Victoria will lead the inning, only getting 1 extra run. Couple minutes. Unfortunately, the camera's going to have to be like this. I'm just trying to cool it off. Hopefully, won't need to do this for long. Alright, so let me just let's continue to fix the camera for everyone. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. She gets a lot of this pitch. Casey Smith going all the way back to the fence, and she's out of room. That is a home run for Olivia Elliott. Lead-off hitter for South Australia puts one over to cut Victoria's lead in half, and they were all over a very nice hit. Went after that high pitch and got the bat on it, and it just kept flying. Fences at Waverley, I believe, are 220 feet all round. It looks like Mark Riggs coming out. I think he's going straight to the umpire. It looks like there'll be a pitching change. Or maybe not. I think he signalled to right field, maybe. Oh, I think this is a pitcher coming out. So we've got Sarah Willis coming to the mound. That'll be at the end of Nicole Martin's day. She pitched 10 innings, 10 plus innings today. The team will be very thankful for that. So we have Sarah Willis warming up. She's one of the hardest throwers in this tournament. Pickup player from the USA. I think I saw her hit 111 on the gun earlier in the day, or earlier this week. 100 kilometers an hour is considered quite quick for the pitching we see here. We have quite a few of the import players chucking around that range. Sarah's also been an integral part of the Victorian lineup. Arguably their best hitter. She hit 2 home runs this tournament. She also pitched all of yesterday. So Iris is going to have to be careful not to injure her thumb on the inside pitches, especially when they're coming in this hot with drop on them. So I think Victoria are just looking to get Sarah some little bit of work here. Not sure how many innings they'll throw her for. I imagine they want her ready at least in the bullpen tonight, if not starting tonight. She did pitch that entire game last night against Queensland. There's Amelia McKeary there, bringing out water to all the players, all waiting through that pitching change. Scott to lead off to continue this inning. There are none out currently. The only batter this inning is Olivia Elliott, who just hit that home run. Madison hit a ground ball to the pitcher her last time up. It's her first time seeing Sarah today. Pitch. I think Madison thinks it's a little bit up. Still a very good spot. Bullis has that long wind up here. Very repeatable though. That's what she's used to. Bit of a change up there. Victoria will ask if there's a swing on that. Toby said no. Just going for that running slap here, looking to get on base. bounced over towards Hannah Scott at short. She can't glove it. Even if she did, I don't think she was going to be able to make a throw to first. That'll be another single. Also like to point out that home run was the first player who stayed on base for South Australia. Victoria had faced the minimum until then. So that'll be a runner with no out here for South Australia. They'll bring up the shortstop Brianna Marcello. She had a ground ball to shortstop her last at bat. That ball's in the dirt. Gets away from Zaharias. Didn't go too far, but it was enough for the runner to advance. Sarah Willis asking for time. Wants to come speak with her catcher. That could have been a few things. Maybe just getting could be for the signs on second. So a runner on second, you really don't want to be throwing just one signal, especially at a state level. You want to be throwing multiple, so that runner at second doesn't know which signal is the correct one. You can't relay it to the batter. That pitch just upstairs. Willis wanted that call. Got a bit of wind coming in now. Blowing straight over home plate. In centre field, so that's going to make the pitch look even faster. So that one's upstairs. Going to be ball 2. Marcelo's been playing well at shortstop so far today. Nice spot there. Stronger now. Sarah gets ready for this pitch. That's ball 4. South Australia will get the go-ahead run on base with nobody out. No matter the outcome tonight, these two teams will see play later today. We'll face the same opponents. So I think Victoria don't want to be on the field any longer than they need to be. They'd rather spend all their time batting. They may have to play South Australia tomorrow. Sarah will start this batter off with a strike. This is Georgia King. She had a single to shortstop Hannah Scott last at bat. Then was the runner part of that double play. She shows bunt here, pulls back. I think this is a sack bunt situation, but Georgia being the cleanup hitter, I imagine coaches would rather her go for a hit here, try to knock the runners in. She gets this pitch, hits it well into the right field. Casey Smith catches it, will throw into first base. That will allow the runner Madison Scott to advance to third after tagging up. Productive out for Georgia King, nevertheless. Now this also gives freedom to South Australia to try some base running tactics. So it's only a 1-run game now. We'll run on first. They may elect to go for the steal and then get themselves into a rundown trying to steal that run across the plate. That ball's inside, the runner will run. Zaharias will elect not to throw. Rather make sure that runner at third does not score. This means Charles Callahan will have to dive in the runners herself. Ask for time to get her breath. The runner on second, the signals can take a while. It's hard for the batter to remain focused for that long. She throws a slower pitch, just out in front, pulls it foul. Had that been a full speed pitch, I think she would have hit that very well. First pitch change-ups can be quite effective, especially to good hitters. Maybe you're playing a little more aggressive, they don't want to... They'll go for that like it's a quick pitch. That pitch just a little upstairs. Callahan hit a ground ball to second base the last time up. Doing so now might allow them to score a run. I'm sure the infielders are all going to be thrown home. This is a foul ball off Sahari's helmet. It comes shivering back to the back fence. Pitcher Sarah Willis checking on her. Says she's alright. It's got the top of the helmet, which isn't as bad for the catcher. What is really bad is when it goes straight into the face mask piece. That's when all the force goes straight into shaking your head. That's where you really get concussed. A nice change up there. Will complete the strikeout. Now there'll be 2 out. It's a big strikeout there for Victoria. Most balls in play would have scored a run there. So striking out's a big relief. That ball's to the backstop, the runner's coming home. She'll get there. Arias could do after that ball hit the ground back net.